Hi, friends. Thank you so much for tuning back in to hear more about my journey to the Certified Six Sigma Green Belt through ASQ. If you've watched the first two videos, you know where I am at this point. If you haven't, you can tune back into those. But I'm just here to provide you a quick update with where I am. Today is, let's see, March the 9th. And since the last time I recorded a video, I have made it about halfway through the LinkedIn Learning training, which is 13 hours of training, about halfway through that, which will get me some CEs in addition to prepare me for the Greenbelt test. I will say that there is a lot of statistics in the Greenbelt test and the learning that I'm doing. So that part has me a little nervous. I like math, I'm good at math, but calculating all the formulas and statistics is a little daunting. And so I'm working through that and learning the statistics. So the test, I will say, is open book, and you can have a calculator, certain types of calculators, as long as they're not programmable. So that part will help, but it's also understanding the reason behind the statistics and when to use what and those kind of things. So that's the part that I'm going to be working on between now and the time I take the test. So I have scheduled the test for the middle of April. So I have about 5 or 6 weeks to continue to study. And the test was $369 as a member of ASQ. And I will say one thing that I found out as well, just for you all to know if you're planning on taking the Greenbelt certification, is that ASQ plans to update their body of knowledge. And so the test will change, I believe, after September. So if you want to take the test before then, under the current book of knowledge, then you can do that. For the Greenbelt, also, the test is every other month. So you can there's testing in April. You can test again in June, and then you can test again in August. So if you want to get done before September, then those are the options. You can also choose to test on site at a Prometric testing center, or you can do a remote proctoring, which is what I'm going to choose to do. So I will do it from home, and they will, proctor it, make sure, there's no one else in the room. And, even though it's open book, they want to make sure you're the one that's taking the test, that you don't have extra notes that you're not supposed to have, because you can only have bound books and reference materials for the test and things like that. Let me see what else. So I also took a practice test today just to see where I was halfway through the training. And if you remember from, I think, the first video, I made a 40 on the first practice test that I took, and I need an 80 to pass. I made a 42 on this one, so not that much better. I will say that I should have used the book more and my study materials more for this test. I wanted to see what I could do without using as much of the reference materials. And so I know that, for the future. And I also took the test when I was already a little tired. So when I scheduled the test, I scheduled it for first thing in the morning so that I'll be fresh and will be ready to go. So that's my updates. If you have any questions, post them in the comments and I'll try to include them on the next video.